ready. So this is your 10-minute morning yoga routine. Just some sun salutations, just enough to stretch out the body. Right, let's get started. So we're going to start at the top of our mat. Here, feet hip width apart. You're going to bring the hands up to reach overhead. And then you're going to hinge at the hips, fold forward, and just allow the chest to come onto the knees. Just allow the head to hang down towards the floor. And then you're going to inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the spine, hands to thighs. And as you exhale, you're going to plant the hands, you're going to step it back to high plank. You're going to drop the knees, allow the chest to come towards the floor, and then letting the hips come towards the floor as well. So resting on the pubic bone and the tops of the feet, hands underneath the shoulders, you're going to roll up into baby cobra. Exhale, coming back down. Flipping the toes, you're going to push up through plank and come back to a downward facing dog. So pedal out the feet here, bending one knee and then the other, just to loosen off the hips. And then allow the heels to come towards the floor. Your hips are reaching towards the sky, and allow the head to fall towards the floor. So taking a bend in the knee, take the gaze forward. You're going to walk the feet up towards the hands. And just resting in your ragdoll position here. And then rolling up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Hands coming up overhead. And then coming down to prayer position. Right, let's do that again. Hands coming up to the edge of sky, folding forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant the hands, step it back to high plank. Now this time you're going to take a micro bend and the elbows towards the back of your mat. And then you're going to roll forward onto the tops of the feet and coming up to upward facing dog. Exhale, coming back to downward facing dog. Right, this time we're going to lift the right foot, we're going to step it between the hands, plant the back foot, bring the hands up towards the sky, and then just sinking down into a lunge. For warrior one. Nice big breath in and out here. And as you exhale, frame the foot with the hands and step it back to high plank. So we're going to do, it's called a chaturanga. We're going to take the micro bend and the elbows again. The weight's coming forward to upward facing dog. And then coming back to downward facing dog. Right, let's do the other side. Left foot lifts and step it in between the hands. Plant the back foot, hands reaching up towards the sky. And then sinking down into your warrior one. Nice breath in, and as you exhale, hands are coming down to frame the foot, stepping it back to high plank. Let's chaturanga, micro bend in the elbows, bring the weight forward to upward facing dog. Let's take a child's pose, so knees come to the floor. Bring them to the outside of your mat, toes come together and bring the bum towards your heels and let the head sink down to the floor. Taking a few deep breaths in and out here. And then coming back up to tabletop position, flipping the toes. Your bum's coming to your heels, then pushing up to downward facing dog. Taking a bend in the knees here, gaze comes forward, and then walk the feet up towards the hands again. Rolling up, hands meeting overhead, and down to prayer position. So let's run through sun salutation B. Hands coming up towards the sky, feet are together, and then sit down to chair pose. Nice breath in, and as you exhale, you're folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, and let's chaturanga. So coming down, bringing the weight forward, upward facing dog, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. We're going to lift the right leg, step it through the hands. We're going to plant the back foot, and we're going to bring the hands to either side and sink into our warrior two. Nice breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to frame the foot, pivot the back foot, step back to high plank, and let's chaturanga. Down, and then up to upward facing dog. And then back to downward facing dog. Nice breath in and out here. And let's do the other side. Left leg lifts, step it through the hands, plant the back foot, arms windmill to either side. Just check your heel is in line with the arch of your back foot here. Bring the gaze to the front fingertips and just sink down into this lunge. Inhale, and as you exhale, frame the foot, pivot the back foot, step back to chaturanga. If any time this is too much, just come back down onto your knees, and then coming all the way down to the floor, and then you're either up dog or baby cobra. So coming back, downward facing dog, and from here we're going to come to a seated position. Coming all the way onto your bum, legs are out in front of you. Bring the right leg, the heel comes in towards the bum. Your left arm wraps around the right leg. The right arm comes to the back of your mat, and take the gaze behind you. And straightening off the legs, coming back. Left leg comes in, bring the heel in towards the bum. Your right arm wraps around the left leg this time. The left arm comes to the back of the mat. And as you inhale, straighten off the spine, and exhale, take the gaze behind you. And coming back out of that, we're going to come to a lying position. So I want you to bring your knees in and give them a wee hug. And just rolling from side to side here. Maybe making some nice big circles with your knees. And then go the opposite direction. So bring the knees back into centre. Allow the knees to fall to the left hand side, bringing the arms out in a T position, and then bring the gaze down the right fingertips. Just feel a nice twist of the spine here. Just breathing in and out, and as you exhale, just allow yourself to melt down into the floor, just releasing any tension, any stress, any worries into the floor. Inhale, bringing the knees back to centre, and as you exhale, just allow the knees to fall over to the right hand side, and this time the gaze is coming down the left fingertips. Again, just allowing any stress, any worries, any tension, just allow it to leave your body with the exhale. Coming back through centre. Now just straighten the legs out. Come into Shavasana, final resting pose. So palms are, your arms are at your side, your palms are facing up. Just allow the feet to flop to the side. Close your eyes here and just allow your body just to melt into the floor. Just going with the flow of your breath here. Breathing in and out. Just relaxing into the floor. Just set an intention for your day today. So when you're ready, bringing your knees up and just gently allow yourself to roll onto your side, taking your time, pushing yourself up from the floor, and then just coming to a cross-legged position. And I just want you to take a few moments of gratitude for yourself, how you've came along today to this practice, and just notice how it maybe changed how your day progresses, just because you've taken this 10 minutes for you, for yourself. So bringing your hands to heart centre, just bowing the head in gratitude. Namaste.